It is officially time for us to react to the 2026 World Cup group stage draw, guys. I'm so freaking excited. I'm very nervous. I feel like I'm about to start sweating. My heart is beating quickly. We're going to do this group by group, and we're going to do it pretty much blind. I've gone zero dark 30, no social media. Phone is on Do Not Disturb. Don't freaking text me. I'm not responding. All in an effort to give you guys my honest reaction to the groups. There is one that I unfortunately do know a little bit about what happened because I got an email about it. So I'll say details about that a little bit later. Before we get started, I just want to say that I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of content previewing the World Cup and, of course, during the actual tournament, including intensive group-by-group previews, probably some team previews as well, some hot take videos, a bunch of stuff. I got a lot of ideas. So if you guys are new to the channel and you want to see that here on DeadBall TV, make sure you are subscribed, smash the like button, and let me know down below in the comments your reaction to the draw, the group of death, the easiest cupcake group, whatever you want to. It's the World Cup, man. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get into it. All right, y'all, this is the moment. We're starting with Group A. I think Mexico is Group A. Oh my God, I'm not strong enough for this. I'm really not. Okay, we're going. Pot 1, Mexico. Pot 2, who is it? It is South Africa. Yo, wait a minute. South Africa's a pot 3. Okay, never mind. I guess it's just in a different order here. That means the next team is South Korea. Yo, okay here. And the pot 4 is a UEFA winner. Path D, which is... Okay, I'm switching over here. Path D is Denmark, North Macedonia, Czech Republic, Republic of Ireland. Ooh, woo! Okay, so I guess it's most likely going to be Denmark. Czechia's got a chance. Macedonia or Republic of Ireland, of course they have a chance too, but I mean, you'd have to take either of those. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I'm going to switch back over here. To make this fun for everybody, I'll go team by team and kind of give y'all my thoughts on how they're probably feeling at the moment. For Mexico, I mean, this is tough. I love that we're getting South Korea because y'all know I love Asian football. That's sick. Mexico, South Africa, 2010 World Cup rematch. Let's run it back. That was a good game. Underrated opponent. I think Mexico are the favorites in that game, but not an easy one. And then UEFA Path D. You know, I'm just going to keep saying it's Denmark, but it could be somebody else. I'm not going to make predictions on that. Denmark, oh, that's going to be a tough matchup for Mexico, but I'm honestly not super scared of them at the same time. Like, you have to beat somebody in Europe if you're going to do well at a World Cup. Let's not be cowards about this. For South Africa, they're probably feeling like they can beat Korea. They probably are feeling like they can beat Mexico, and they're probably feeling like they can get something. So I feel like the South Africans are happy. The Koreans they would have been pessimistic no matter what. I feel like that's just kind of the nature of the fan base. But seeing this here, they'll feel like, given the Mexico game recently, that they can get something against a pot 1, which is... That's what you want as a pot 2 team, like South Korea. South Africa, they'll probably be a little bit worried about the physicality, but they did beat Ghana recently, and they... did well against Ghana in the last World Cup. So I don't know if it's the worst matchup ever. And then Denmark, could the Koreans get a draw there? Sure. So I feel like Koreans are feeling okay. And the Danes, should they be the ones to get here, they'll be feeling like they don't really have a powerhouse to get through. So they'll be happy. I feel like this is a group of life. The more I say, the more that I feel like this is a group of life for everybody. I can make a strong argument any two teams make it out of here. But I think that also makes it a difficult group. So I'm going to stay with because I am a Mexican fan, I am going to say it's like a 7.75 difficulty rating. It is tough. Let's move on now to Group B, who I think is the States. No, it's Canada. Okay, this is the group that got ruined for me. So I know it's Qatar and Switzerland. And UEFA Path A, that's the one team I didn't know, which is Italy most likely. So the Canadians might have just pulled the Swiss and the Italians. Ooh, okay, so Canadians are probably feeling upset about that. Nobody wanted the European Path A. Nobody wanted that one. The Canadians as a host. Merry Christmas. You get the Italians potentially. I don't think they should be super scared, though. I think Italy, are they overrated? I feel like they're clowned because they might not qualify for another World Cup. They're just a tough pot 4 team is essentially what this boils down to. It's not fair to draw the Italians as a pot 4 team, but that's just the nature of an expanded World Cup with 16 UEFA teams getting in here. Let me not get on a soapbox about that. Canadians, this is a hard group. It's doable, though, and if you make it out of here, you will get a ton of respect. So I see this actually as a lot of opportunity for Canada. You don't really want a cupcake group unless you just want to say we made the knockouts. It kind of depends. Do you look at a World Cup for moments and memories, or do you look at it for just on paper results? I like to blend the two, but some people are very black and white about this. This is an exciting opportunity. If you are Canada, you can get points against Switzerland. They're one of the toughest pot twos in my opinion, but you can get something there. The Swiss will probably be very happy with this. If they get Qatar, they'll feel like they can swat them aside like a fly. And Canada, they'll be like, yeah, they've never won a game at the World Cup. We always make the round of 16 at the World Cup. We can do this. The Swiss are very happy with this. The Italians, the Welsh, or whoever else, Northern Ireland, and I can't remember the fourth team who would be included in Path A, they're probably feeling okay as well. I don't know if anybody's too upset, except Canada will be upset. Qatar, I feel like, is like, damn, dude, we got a host in Canada who's significantly better than us, and they got two European sides. Nobody thought Qatar was going to make it out, though, so I don't really think this is a storyline here, but damn, that is really, really tough for Qatar, man. If they make it out, yo, that's like the greatest Asian achievement ever, man, if they can do that. Okay, Group C, so this must be the States. Group C is going to be, Brazil? Morocco? Haiti? And Scotland? Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess the hosts are not in the order here, dude. Brazil, Morocco. Absolute freaking cinema with that one, man. We got the Haitians in here, too. That is just fun. And the Scots. The Scots in here to just make everything messy, foul people, and Scott McSauce to the rescue. This is a really fun group. Entertainment grade for this one. Dude, I'm going 9 out of 10. Brazil, Morocco, how can you not love that? Two teams that will be feeling like they can make a semifinal. Haiti, back in such a long time. Very, exciting side to watch. They concede a lot. They also score a lot. They're going to be a fun time here. And the Scots, I don't know how scared they'll feel of Morocco or Haiti. Of course, they recognize that Brazil is a really tough opponent. But I feel like they'll feel solid. I mean, you could make the argument they've probably gotten harder Euro groups than this in the past. Brazil versus Morocco, though, is obviously the headliner here, man. That is such a great game. This is exciting. I do think Brazil and Morocco are the heavy favorites. I'll be doing more predictions later, but just, off the dome here, very, very strong top two teams to dislodge. But the Scots, I mean, they beat the Danish recently. They beat the Greeks in the qualifying group. They're not going to be afraid of this. Like I said, they've fought big teams many times before. Oh, this is going to be fun. Scotland, Brazil at a World Cup is going to be so fun. Oh, I just can't stop thinking about Brazil, Morocco. And even Haiti, Morocco. I feel like for me as a football hipster, there's a lot to love there. This is really cool. I will say that either Haiti or Scotland will be feeling like they can be one of the better third place teams. And I think they should. Okay, really, thank you, Group C. That was very exciting. Group D, we have, here are the states. I don't know why they weren't. Paraguay, ooh, Australia, and a Path C winner. Okay, interesting here. This is a good group. I feel like for the States, this is a good group. Trump rigged this for sure. Paraguay, a team that the States played very well against recently. I think they match up well with Paraguay, and I think the States match up really well with Australia, who, the Aussies have been one of my sleeper dark horse picks. This is a tough group for them. They get a really bad physical and tactical matchup in the States, and then they get kind of a defensive first, strong counterattacking team in Paraguay. Aussies, how are y'all feeling about this? I feel like this is going to be a big ask. And then let me switch over to the other tab. Group C is going to be probably Turkey, but, could be a Romania, Kosovo, Slovakia. If Turkey is in here, this group is fire. If Slovakia is in here, it's not as exciting. I'm sorry, it's just not. Slovakia is just not that exciting to watch. Romania would also be very mid. So I think for neutrals, we want the Turks to get in here. They have fumbled before, so maybe they don't even make it this far. United States, Paraguay, Australia, Turkey. That's a good group. For an expanded World Cup, that is a very good group. Paraguayans, I feel like the Paraguayans could have been feeling pretty good in every single group they could have pulled. They will think they can get points against the States this time. They will feel like they can beat Australia. And I think they would do very well against Turkey. I think that's a bad matchup for the Turks. Paraguay. If it ends up being a Slovakia or a Romania, then I don't think the advantage is as stark. But Paraguayans, think you're feeling good? States, man, this is yes, you have a tough team, but I think Path C was the weakest, arguably, for the European play-in teams. You just beat Australia. You'll be feeling good about that. You just beat Paraguay. You just got to look at 2 of your opponents in the World Cup. That is really, really good. This is a great poll for the States. Excellent group. Of the CONCACAF hosts, I think this is the most manageable. Canada, good Lord, that one is difficult. The Mexico, that one's pretty difficult too. I mean, you could say that, they got repetitions against the Koreans lately, but this is a fun group as well. Again, y'all keep letting me know how you feel about this. Group E now, we have Germany, we have Curacao. Banger already, end the video. Moving on to the third team, Ivory Coast. Ooh, lordy. Germany, Ivory Coast, I'm here for that. And Ecuador, we get Ecuador, Germany again at the World Cup. Damn, dude. Damn. Okay, I'm going to start with Ecuador. You love Germany. I think for a rematch at the World Cup, also because of how the Germans like to play, I think it will benefit Ecuador. Ecuador will feel like they can take 3 points even in that game. Ivory Coast, I don't think it's a great matchup. Ivory Coast are a very good defense. They're basically the African Ecuador. They're very good defensively, extremely athletic, good group of players, not a lot of goal scorers. Ecuador kind of has the same problem. I would say that Ecuador is a better attack, or I should say a better goal-scoring attack. I think the Ivorian attack is very gifted. They just don't get a lot of goals from guys like Haller or Dingra. Versus Ecuador, where like Valencia is basically scoring, I don't even know, 65% of the team's goals. I pulled that number out of my ass, but it's probably something around there. That's a difficult matchup for Ecuador, and so is Curacao, in the sense that they are so defensively strong. Ecuador kind of wanted some more fluid sides here, in my opinion. But Ecuadorians, let me know how you feel. It's not necessarily a doom group, but what have we always said? Ecuador has the risk of getting 3 freaking draws in the group stage and getting bounced. You have to say they're the heavy favorite against Curacao. Of course they are, but it's not tactically the opponent they would want. Germany, Ecuador, I cannot wait, man. Ivory Coast, Germany, I cannot wait. I can't wait for Curacao, Germany. That's going to be a great game. This is another cinema group for me. It's a bit more defensive. Group C, you got Haiti, Morocco, Brazil. You got it's an arms race in Group C. This is more of trench warfare. And the Germans are in here. This is Battle of the Bulge. This is all quiet on the Western Front. That's exactly what Group E is. Entertainment-wise, man, this is, for me, I'm going to think it's great. Some of these games are probably going to suck, though. Let's keep going to Group F now. We have the Netherlands. Okay. Japan. Dude, that's a freaking banger already. Oh, what a matchup. Japan, Netherlands, man. If we get less than 3 goals in that game, I am disappointed. The other team here, UEFA Path B, I'll check in on who that is in a second. And Tunisia. Tough group for the Tunisians, because these are high-scoring teams. They kind of wanted an offense that tries but isn't really effective. Not 2 of the better attacking footballing sides in the world. But I do think Tunisia, if they're really on it, man, they can shut down Japan, and it would be just like Japan to down tools against the Tunisians. That is the key match in this group, in my opinion. UEFA Group B is Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, Albania. I'm going to say something disrespectful. Both Tunisia and Japan will take any of this, and I don't think it really matters that much. Maybe you could say Sweden would be advantageous because of how bad the defense is and how incompetent they are as a side, but they still have the on-paper players. Poland, Japan is a tough matchup, but I think the Japanese could take it by a goal. If it's Ukraine or Albania, in my opinion, this group is more interesting because of how the Ukrainians and the Albanians play and how they kind of fluctuate their level a bit more than the Poles, who are a bit more steady. The Dutch having to play the Japanese, I don't know if they'll be worried, but I think they'll be more excited. Any Dutch people, let me know. I feel like you're looking at that, feeling like you can beat Japan, and also thinking this is going to be a good game, because Japanese PR, I think, is an all-time high. So it's time to put that to the test. And this is a good group for Japan. If Japan do not advance from this, I mean, a cataclysmic failure, in my opinion, because of how much the team and the project has been advancing since, I mean, I would say since 2018. This kind of like new wave, new gen of Japan has to be thinking that they can do something here. They beat 2 European sides last time. Why couldn't they do it again with the Netherlands? Really exciting here. For the European other team to play in, I think they're going to see it as tough. I think everyone's going to see Tunisia as 3 points, but I feel like they're going to get something in this group because they just always do. You know, whether that's a point or a win itself, I don't know. We know Japan can have a stinker at the World Cup from time to time, but I feel like they'll be okay. They won't want to see the Dutch again. I mean, unless you're Poland, because I believe Poland held them to a draw twice. So maybe they're feeling like, okay, we could do something here. Poland is the team that I think Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia want to see the least. That's who I want to see the least. No offense to the Polish, just because of how y'all play. That's it. And because you were in Mexico's group last time, but it's okay. It's really not personal. I'm just thinking about the neutral here. I'm speaking for the people, and I think the people probably don't want Poland in Group F. I'm sorry, man. Okay, we are moving on now. Oh, wow. Netherlands, Japan will be the first game. God, that's great. That's so good. Okay, moving on to Group G. We have Belgium. Belgium. That was the pot 1 European team everyone was trying to pick on. Who the Belgians going against? Egypt. Interesting. Oh, Belgium will take that all day, any day. Okay, next up, Iran. Beautiful group so far. Wow, this is exciting. I like this a lot. And New Zealand. Okay. Group of life, 100%. This is rivaling Group A as a group of life. I feel like Iran could beat Belgium. Howler, hot take. I don't give a shit. Iran do have attacking firepower. They could get something. That's not a prediction. I'm just saying, because it's the group of life, they could beat Egypt. I think they should beat Egypt. They could beat New Zealand. I think they should beat New Zealand. And why could they not get something against Belgium? Iran usually have one really good game per World Cup in them. Save it for that. Save it for that, get a point, maybe even take down a European side. I think Iranians, I feel like y'all feeling good about this. This is a good draw for you. Egyptians, you're feeling very good about this. You get Iran and New Zealand? I mean, what more do you want at a World Cup group? And you can still finish third potentially. Great draw for the Egyptians. They won't love Belgium, but it's doable. It's doable. New Zealand even, a team that I think is better than most people expect. They are pretty tough. No, they're not necessarily dynamic, but they're going to keep it tight. Why could they not get a draw against Egypt? They absolutely could. Why could they not get something against Iran? They'll be feeling like they can. Belgium, I mean, Belgium's going to have to go for it. Belgium concedes a lot of goals. Iran score a lot of goals. Belgium, Iran, man, that's going to be like a 4-2. I feel like that's going to be a great game. Egypt, I'll be watching them closer to the AFCON to try to get more of a take on their play style. But this is a group of life, and I'm going to say, with all due love and respect, on aggregate, this is the least talented group that I think we have seen so far. That doesn't mean I'm not excited. I think this is great. Everyone is happy with this draw. If you are not happy with this draw, you're a fool. It's not going to get easier than this for anybody involved. So let the games begin. I cannot wait. Okay, Group H now. I don't even know how many more we have. We have Spain. Hold on to your butts. We have Cape Verde. Okay, interesting stylistic matchup. Spain will be feeling good. Saudis. Ooh, the Saudis. Okay, and we have Uruguay. Oh, my Lord, dude. This is a fun group for me. Uruguay, Spain. Come on. Come on, dude. How are you not hype about that? Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. We get to run this baby back. Uruguay, Cape Verde. Why could that not be a good game? I think it's going to be relatively exciting as long as Uruguay don't crap the bed. Some good matches in here. I think Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde is a good match as well. Spain, if you're Spain, you're taking this. You're taking this. You have to feel like you can beat Uruguay. Saudi Arabia, they're a tough defensive team, but you have to feel like you can beat them. They've never been good at a World Cup before. And why would you be scared of Cape Verde, who I think are a good story, but they're going to have to ball out to finish second in this group. Could they finish third? Yes, because this is a lot of parity as well. Uruguay are down bad. They really got to get it together. If Bielsa's still the manager of the World Cup, I don't know how confident Uruguayans are about this. They'll just be feeling like because of legacy, they're going to be tough to take down. And they will be tough to take down because of legacy. But, history doesn't win games. So Uruguay has to step up if they're going to advance from this group because everybody else could take points from them. The Saudis, I even feel like they'll be feeling okay. They'll say, all right, if we can lose to Spain by 1, keep the GD pretty good. We beat Cape Verde, and it comes down to our game against Uruguay. Why couldn't we get a draw against a struggling team where the players don't like the manager? Interesting team as well, or interesting group, I should say. Is it less talented than Group G? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Group G is still the least talented. This is another group of life. And I was wondering how many group of lives we were going to see with the expanded World Cup. I certainly feel like this qualifies. I'll do a group of death, group of life, most boring, most hype group at the end. Okay, moving on to Group I. We got to have like one more after this. We have France. We haven't seen Uzbekistan yet. France, Senegal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, my gosh. Bro, that's one of the games that I wanted, man. France, Senegal, and we get in the group stage. Intercontinental Path 2. So I believe that's Wait, isn't that DR Congo? I thought Senegal couldn't draw DR Congo. It is, excuse me. It is the one with the rock. Okay, I was like, they can't draw DR Congo. Okay, right, because Path 2 doesn't have an African side. Duh. Okay, so it's going to be Bolivia, Suriname, or Iraq. Damn, that's tough for anybody who gets in there. I think the Iraqis are sitting around like, maybe we should just call it a day here. No, I'm kidding, of course. But, God, that's tough. Okay, and the third is... Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. France, Senegal, Norway, plus the intercontinental guy. The intercontinental lamb to the slaughter going in here. For the goals and the highlights, I hope Bolivia make it in. Low-key, Bolivia have a great shot to make it in anyways, by the way. Very, very good Bolivian side right now. Holy hell. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I was thinking that the Canadians felt like they were hard done by being a host in a pot 1. How are the French feeling right now? How are the Senegalese feeling right now? This is beautiful. 10 out of 10. Honestly, if Iraq get in here, that would be a banger. That'd be an absolute banger. France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. If you don't like that group, you don't like international football, you could have made this a group of 3. And I think it would still be in the running for the most exciting group so far. Wow. I'm not going to lie. When I hadn't scrolled to that 4 team, I thought I was going to say Uzbekistan. I was like, this is such a hard debut at a World Cup for the Uzbeks. But they survived. They're going to hold on, I guess, to the next group here. Wow. How many do I have left? I have 3 more. Okay. Jeez. I thought I was at the end of the video. We're like halfway done here. Wow. Everyone who's neutral is feeling pure ecstasy seeing this. The Senegalese are like, all right, it's go time. The French are saying, all right, it's go time. And Norway saying, all right, it's go time. We're going to find out so much, man. We're going to find out. Senegal, they have some storylines to answer at the AFCON. Are they good post Aliou Cisse? Is this team that is so stacked on paper, can they put it together? Can they make it out of a group stage at another consecutive World Cup? That would be so exciting for them. Norway, they beat up Italy. They won their group. Everyone's talking about them. The scariest pot 3. Do they prove it here, or do they flop as a team at this tournament? In France, it is, maybe they don't score a ton of goals. Maybe the football is kind of boring. Deschamps has lost his way, too much of a dinosaur in his tactics. But the players are so good that they have to make another final, or they have to win the World Cup. So much on the line here in Group I, man. This is unbelievably hype. France, Senegal, first game. Hell yeah. Group J now. We have Argentina, the current title holders, will go against Algeria. Yes, sir. That is a great game. Banger match there, man. Hell to the yes. We got Austria. Okay, so this is a group of A. This should have been Group A here. That's great. Stylistically, I'm thinking goals on both sides. I haven't seen a clean sheet yet. I haven't seen a 0-0 yet from Group J so far. And the last one we have is Jordan. Oh, I ain't seen a clean sheet yet. There's not a single 0-0 in this group. This is beautiful. Argentina, Jordan. My prayers have been answered. Yes, for the Jordanians, this is a hard group. You get an Arab derby against Algeria. You'll be feeling good about that. Stylistically, I do think Jordan can go at Austria and get something here. And even if you're not the favorite against Argentina, you get to play Lionel Messi at a World Cup in your debut. How could you not be excited if you are Jordanian? This is unbelievably sick. I am excited. This might have just become my favorite group. I got to look at the others again, but this might have just become my favorite group. Austria will feel like they can do it. Algeria will feel like they can do it. Argentina, cuidado, man. You got to take this seriously. There's some good offense. There's some great attacks in this group. You better take this seriously. You do not want another Saudi Arabia at the last World Cup. Maybe you do because you won it last time, but this is going to be tough. The battle for second and third, wide open, man. Wide open. And for Jordan, man, I'm just so happy for them. Algeria, I mean, I would consider them a favorite for the AFCON. Not a top three, but maybe like the fourth favorite for the tournament. Also because the AFCON is in North Africa, and those sides tend to do better when it's geographically located there. If they have a good tournament, if they finally get back on track at the AFCON, they'll be coming into the World Cup chest high, man. I mean, they'll be doing like push-ups, bicep curls. They'll be looking good. They'll think that they can wrap up at least second in this group. I think everybody's aiming for second. And Argentina, they'll feel confident. I'm curious what Argentines feel like. They're probably relatively happy that there's not a death team in this group, but there's three very good national teams that you're going to have to take down. I think this is beautiful, man. This is so freaking exciting. Austria, Jordan, first game. Argentina, Algeria. Fire, man. Group K. Okay. Can Group K be any better? Portugal. Intercontinental Path 1. So DR, Congo, Jamaica, New Caledonia. Okay. The second one. There are my Uzbeks. The Uzbeks get to play Portugal here. Colombia, man. Oh, my Lord, dude. Wow. Okay. My first thought here from the Colombian perspective, it's doable. I think Colombians think they can beat Portugal, and they can beat Portugal. They'll look at Uzbekistan and probably not know where it is geographically located and not really know much about the team. Uzbekistan's playstyle versus Colombia, I think, is going to be really fun. I think the Uzbeks, their fullbacks are going to have a game against Colombia to get a result here, but it's not impossible. We've seen that before. And then Intercontinental Pathway 1, if it is DR Congo, who are the heavy favorites, I would say, in that one, I don't think anybody's super happy about that. I think that's a tough pot forward. It's not as bad as Italy. It's not as bad as Turkey, but it's a very difficult pot four. It's an exciting group. Colombia, Portugal, what a game. Colombia, Uzbekistan, that's the first one, man. I just can't even wait for this. Oh my gosh, is that? Oh, it says NRG or Estadio Azteca. Dude, if it's in Houston, I'm there, man. Hit me up at the stadium. I'm there. Uzbekistan, Colombia. That'd be so epic. Portugal versus DR Congo. How do the Uzbeks feel? Guys, I'm kind of at a loss for words. I don't know if you can tell. This is such a rare, like, weird group. In a good way. I think it's going to be fun. It's open. This is wide open. It's not quite the group of life that we saw earlier, but it is a group of life. So why could the Uzbeks or DR Congo not finish in second? God, can you imagine if Portugal get third here? That would be crazy. Okay, the last group now, I believe, is L. England, it must be. Croatia. Oh, hell yeah, man. England, Croatia, man. We get 2018. Come on, baby. Ghana. And Panama. Ooh, my Panamanian brothers got the English, who I think is one of the worst matchups for them. Croatia, another very bad matchup. And Ghana, a pretty difficult matchup. This is going to be very difficult for Panama. If Thomas Christensen gets a win in this group, I mean, he's already the GOAT, but he's like the super GOAT at that point. For Ghana, I think having England and Croatia and Panama, especially Panama, actually isn't that bad for them. They can sit back. They can use their pace. They're looking to counter all day, guys. That's what they're going to try to do. Could they get something against Croatia's back line? Maybe. I don't think they're happy. Could it be worse? A little bit, but this is pretty tough for the Black Stars. For Croatia, they'll be feeling like they can take care of business against the non-European teams, and then they'll go for the draw. And not that they'll go for the draw, but they take a point against England, and potentially finish in first in goal differential. And for the English, I feel like they know what happened last time they played Panama. They freaking demolished them. I mean, Harry Kane, I always joke, he's England's top goal scorer because of that game against Panama. Ghana, when was the last time England played Ghana? Did they play Ghana in Africa in a friendly? I think they played Ivory Coast. I don't think they played Ghana. I can't remember the last game between those two sides. I'm excited for that. That's a really fun matchup. I think Croatia-Ghana is a very fun game. I think Panama-Ghana is a very fun game. Ghana will be fun, I think. They have a chance, but it's very, very hard here. This is borderline group of death for me. Which, by the way, I guess I should look at all the groups now, and I think that's at the top of the thing here. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a couple mini games, guys, and then we're going to get out of here because it is already a little later in the afternoon. I'm going to do CONCACAF mini topic, which host is feeling the best about their group. I think it is the USA first, Mexico second, Canada third. I think Canada will be feeling like they got the hardest of the CONCACAF teams. It's a bit closer to Mexico's group, in my opinion. I think the States will be feeling good. I really do. Okay, group that I'm most hype about. I'm making these up off the top of my head. Group I'm most hype about. Which group are you guys most hype about? Down below in the comments. I'm most hype for... Ooh, dude, Group C. I keep going back to it. I'm going to say Group I. Then I'm going to say Group J. Then Group C. I'm pretty excited for Mexico's group. I think it's going to be fun. Then Group A. K is right there for me, though. Oh, God. K might be better than A. I'll just do top three, because otherwise I'll be here all day. Group I, Group J, Group C. No, I'm going to switch Group C for Group K. Those are the top three groups that I think are the most cinematic. The groups of life. For me, Group G, 100% group of life. Group A is a group of life. Group... What else is a group of life here? Is Group I a group of... Group E a group of life? I don't think so. I'm going to say Group H. I think Group H are the three groups of life. The most groups of life. There might be others, but those are going to be my top here. Group of death. Group I for sure. Group L for sure. Another group of death. I don't know if Group F with Netherlands and Japan is a group of death. I don't think Japan have the resume yet to be considered a group of death. Those might be the ones for me. Some people could say, you could make the argument Group C is a group of death because of Morocco and Brazil. And I would respect that opinion. It is a very tough group. But I don't think the Scots are that afraid. Haiti, I don't know how Haitians feel. Let me know in the comments. It's a really tough group here. It's borderline deathish for me. Okay, group with the most goals, Group J. I'm going Group J is the most goals. It could be... Who else could have hella goals here? Hella goals. Group C, I think, is going to have a lot of goals. Group B is going to have a lot of goals. I'm going to go J, B, and... What was the other one I even said? Did I say C? I think I said C. Group that will have the fewest goals. E, in my opinion. What else is like very kind of balanced in a way? G, I think will have... Depends on that. It depends on the Belgium-Iran game. And I'm going to say D as well with the States. I don't think there's a ton of goals in those games. I think there will be one or two in each, but I don't think there's going to be huge blowouts. I think everything will be kept pretty close. You could say Group L might have the most goals because of Panama's defense, and I hate to say that, but it's true. What other awards could I even give here? I'm kind of thinking. Group that interests me the least. How about that? This is my channel. Group that interests me the least. either G or H. I think are the ones with the least storylines that we could talk about, and teams that I either am ignorant on and just simply don't know enough, or I do know them very well and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to watch that. Those would be the ones that I'm the least hype for. But this is beautiful, man. I think overall, expanded World Cup, first time. How are we feeling about these groups? I will say, this is kind of negative. We can't expand it further, though. Like, this is good. We still have a couple groups of death. We have several groups of life. We cannot expand this further, though, or we will start to see Mickey Mouse groups. This is the limit, y'all. We cannot go to 64. It's going to destroy this tournament. I'm telling you. Leave it at this. We might even have to go back if this is a flop. I don't think it's a flop. As someone who loves international football, this is overall, if I had to rate the draw, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think this is pretty good, man. This is better than what I was expecting. It really is. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great World Cup. And I think I'm going to end the video there, guys. The sun is going down. It is winter time, so it barely stays up at all anymore. I'm excited. And I just want to say again, hit subscribe for all of the preview videos coming up, group by group, maybe team by team. It's going to be a great time, y'all. I hope you stick around. I'll probably do a live stream in the next couple days as well. A live stream where you guys can ask me questions or we can just talk about whatever y'all want in the chat. So look out for that. And that's it. World Cup 2026 draw in the books. I'm hype. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.